Hello, welcome to the Daily Devotion. I'm Kathy Morris, pastor of the Dixon United Methodist Church. Our Bible reading for today comes from the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 12, verses 2 through 4. I'll be reading from the New Revised Standard Version. Surely God is my salvation. I will trust and will not be afraid. For the Lord God is my strength and my might. He has become my salvation. With joy you will draw water from the wells of salvation, and you will say in that day, give thanks to the Lord, call on his name. Make known his deeds among the nations. Proclaim that his name is exalted. This is a song of praise to our God, God who is the sovereign of our lives. This passage is literally gushing with thanksgiving for God's salvation. Like a king, God has burst in to put all things right. Everything that is wrong is put right by this gracious, powerful God. God appears in glory, and therefore we can trust and not be afraid. Now, in our lives, typically, we do not see God in the fullness of God's glory. And in truth, we would be rather overwhelmed if we did. One of the great mystics of the 17th century was Brother Lawrence of the Resurrection. He had been a soldier for many years and fought in the 30 Years' War in Europe. But after that, he took on religious orders and was a part of a priory in Paris. He was a lay brother, not an educated, ordained priest. This meant that he was given menial jobs within the priory. He worked in the kitchen for many years, and then later in the shoe shop as his health began to decline. Despite his humble and very menial type of work that he did within the priory, others recognized the spiritual depth within him, and they would come to him for counsel. A book of his writings has become a classic for those seeking to deepen their prayer. The title of the book is The Practice of the Presence of God. Brother Lawrence cultivated an awareness of God's presence in everything that he did. So each task became an opportunity to become aware of God's loving presence. So whether this was scrubbing pots or washing dishes, no matter what, God was present. And Brother Lawrence sought to be aware of that presence. For your prayer time today, I would ask that you select some kind of ordinary task that you might do. Maybe it is washing dishes or weeding or painting. And as you do this activity, let your focus be drawn to God. See God and feel God's loving presence with you. When your attention drifts, as our attention tends to do, then just gently bring it back to God. And when you do this, rejoice. Rejoice that God's love is with us always. I close with this very simple prayer from Brother Lawrence. Lord, make me according to thy heart. Lord, make me according to thy heart.